Alright, we are back. Ghost of Tsushima New Game Plus Part 20. Last time, we were helping Yuriko out and getting our family armor back. Besides that, we're gonna get right into it. Like, comment, subscribe, notifications, and let's go. Uh, who is that? But I did want to say, I saw Starfield came out. I'm gonna say my piece on it real quick. Uh, it got a lot of hype. There were actually Xbox fans meat writing it somehow, an Xbox exclusive, saying it could be Game of the Year. Oh, it's gonna be great. Space travel, seamless, all this stuff. Nope. I watched the Before You Buy, Jake Baldino, the only game reviewer you can really trust, in all honesty, and he gave it, it. He gave a very nice, honest review, as he always does, and it sounded like he wanted to go crazier for it, but he did hold back a bit for other people's sake. He held back because he didn't want to kill the Xbox fans, but from what I saw, he said basically it's not as seamless as you think. There's lots of loading screens, like from getting onto a planet, you have to scan it, find a spot you can land, you pick it, you load in, then you get off the ship, you load in again, type stuff. You gotta load into certain doors. It's just lots of loading screens type stuff. Nothing. It's not as seamless as you think or want or hope. Uh, he said glitches, gameplay's alright. It's just his basic thing he was saying was that it's not as crazy as you'd hope. It's not as crazy or as good as you hope or think. He said if you were expecting something that was going to be like better than some of their other stuff, no. But yeah, so it's definitely not Game of the Year contender now from what I've heard. It's not like it's blowing people away or killing it, or everyone's just like foaming at the mouth for it. It's here. Xbox fans are playing it. He also said the graphics and everything aren't as great as they should be, even on PC, or the frames and everything. It's as good as it's good. He said at least it's good, but it's just not the best. It's not as great. It's flawed, but it's good. So average. And that's that. So now that that garbage is gone and there's no more talking about that. I remember when it was coming out and people were like, "Yeah, Xbox is doing it. We about to be up there. Xbox exclusive game of the year." I was like, "No, no. Now Spider-Man, PlayStation, a good exclusive game is going to come out soon and we'll see how that goes." But let's get to it. Let's help this woman out.
Excuse me. The cold wind is getting to me.
Yuriko, you're not well.
Nonsense.
Let me take you to Akashima. They can treat you.
We have to visit someplace special.
Where?
It's not far. After that, I promise we will see your healers.
What?
Fine. But if you start feeling worse, we go straight to Akashima. Where is this special place of yours?
You'll see.
Let me get the gear real quick. Hachiman from I think I said it before, from Snafu. Okay.
You cannot tell me?
I won't have to.
Lead the way.
Let's see if you can keep up.
Careful, Yuriko.
Oh yeah, I also saw that the One Piece live action thing came out. Of course, the meat writers are on it, saying that I will be honest, no casting for things is ever that great for me, for especially for animated stuff, because it's just about impossible to look as close as possible. But I've seen them, some of them, they're okay, not the absolute worst. I feel like there are cosplayers that have done better, but of course people are meat writing it saying everyone looks exactly perfect. No, I've seen it, it's okay. but not the best. I don't watch One Piece. I'm not even gonna watch the show or anything like that, but I've heard people saying they're liking it. Of course, all those hype things come out for it, like #1 on Netflix, even though at one point Avatar: The Last Airbender, a like decade-old show, was #1 on Netflix when they put it on there. A lot of shows become
Do
number
you know
one.
where we are?
There's an onsen around here, isn't there?
There it is. Shall we take a closer look? Isn't it beautiful?
Very. Why are we here?
Are you upset? I hope it's not wrong of us to come.
I don't understand.
It's so painful to see you weighed down by sadness with Lady Sakai and the little one.
Yuriko, are you alright?
It's nothing. I just felt a little faint.
When did you last eat?
Yesterday, I think.
Wait here. I'll find us something.
I'm not a child.
Please, Yuriko. Rest here a moment.
As you wish. Since you ask so sweetly.
Mm.
I'll be back
A
soon.
little weird seeing his girl he's thought of like a mother almost,
Maybe there's game nearby.
who's been with his dad, who's been piped by his dad before, kind of flirting with him almost. Oh yeah, I did want to say something. I don't know what is happening in the world with them. They're pulling all this paper garbage out now. Like I've seen, like at places like Hot Chicken or I'm trying to even think. It's just like a couple places I've been seeing people talking about it, how they're switching. Oh, you're kidding me. Ooh, that was a good shot.
I'll
But
bring this to Yuriko. Make her eat a little.
but they've been putting or pulling out more of this paper garbage everywhere. Like places are doing paper bags instead of plastic, paper cups, paper straws. Come on, bro. You cannot tell me that these things at places like there are way better ways to help the earth than switching us to these paper things which suck. For one, they are garbage. Soon they're gonna be giving me like a paper
Yuriko!
fork.
Her horse isn't here. She rode off.
Soon they'll be giving us like paper forks, and I'm about to be sitting here trying to eat with a piece of paper. Like it doesn't work good. Those things are terrible. There's got to be a better way. You can't tell me that the earth is dying so much just because I have a plastic straw. It's that garbage. It upsets me. I just want to be able to eat and drink without being on that garbage.
Powder. Herbs. She came this way. Yuriko's horse. She can't be far.
How? See, this is that spot. I don't think I could find this. I couldn't find this place at one point.
Yuriko!
My lord.
Yuriko, are you hurt?
No. I got lost.
Where were you going?
I saw my mother. She waved but kept walking. I had to catch up.
I'm bringing you home.
No, my mother. I have to make an offering.
You do not.
Please. For all the times I've done as you asked. Come with me. Let me pay respects to my mother.
All right. But don't push yourself.
Thank you.
He is an idiot. I get he's trying to be nice, but come on. She needs a doctor. I guess either way she'd eventually die, but still. Having an old woman out here.
My mother would take me on long walks in these hills and teach me about the plants.
Maybe that's why you saw her.
We're almost there.
I wish we could go faster. She has one of the slowest things. I mean, it was tough to see and interesting to see the first time, but Jesus, on a replay, this woman, like, throws... She's one of the few characters where I can't even move quick. And I get it. I get why I'm going slower. Oh yeah, I just thought that Spider-Man, just another month. Another month and we're there.
Cemetery.
My family is here. Oh, Kazumasa. That night, you brought little Jin to me. And he was so sick after all that time in the forest. We had already lost Lady Sakai. Kazumasa, are you listening?
I'm listening.
I made him drink that remedy my mother taught. We sat by his side the whole night. You held my hand. Do you remember?
Yes, I remember.
That night, I was so scared. So sad for little Jin. But I was so happy. Does that make me a bad person?
No.
I guess she was happy he held her hand.
When he recovered. When you taught me how to ride.
Right, what?
The day we rode to the onsen. Oh, the sunset was red and full. That was...
That was what?
the best day of my life. It's dark, Kazumasa. Tell me what you see.
I can see all the way to Yarikawa.
I remember the war. A tragedy for all the clans.
Castle Kaneda.
I wish you weren't there so often.
Why do you say that?
You have many responsibilities. I am grateful for the time we share. But I always want more.
Oof, she wants more of his dad. That's crazy. He must have hit it crazy.
You can see the pagoda.
Every new year, I pray there for you and little Jin and my family.
Jin is lucky you take such good care of him. Now tell me what you see.
If she fell, I swear I'd
Ririko.
laugh. That'd be messed up, but I'd laugh.
Rest, Yuriko. The strength we need is all around us. The mighty fall at last, to be no more than dust before the wind.
I was, I was trying to see if that was a haiku, but I don't think it was. That seemed like a lot more than 17 syllables. Really wish I could get a purple horse. I don't know why they won't let me. Where's her? Okay, there she. Did they really just like pile dirt on people? Well, time to get back to it. Now she's dead. Wonder what happened to that guy that was there with her. I think if I go back, he knows about it and everything. Something I don't get. I keep seeing, freaking. I just keep seeing the Nun 2 trailers. How are there still? And it's like I haven't watched the movies. I don't understand the Conjuring series at all. Like it's got something to do with Annabelle, which then has something to do with Insidious, which then has something to because there's like the nun who's from Insidious, which then the Nun 2. It's just so much and it makes no sense to me how, especially those two ghost hunter people that are married and everything. I don't know how they're alive after dealing with Annabelle, the nun, and all that, but they keep somehow fighting those things and not losing, but not winning, which is like something. And then, yeah, I should go over there next too. But and then it just keeps going. Like, how is there a Nun 2 with this same girl? Did she not? She she just didn't die in the last movie or something? Do I just go down? Okay. But I guess she didn't die in whatever movie because I saw her in the other Nun movie. And is it like, does the Nun girl take her over? What is so important about this one girl that this Nun demon thing keeps like attacking her and not killing her or doing whatever it's got to do to her? It just makes no sense to me, the entire series. Like, you think Annabelle and the Nun are just the two most powerful evil things in the entire universe. Like, they make the devil look like a cuck. With the way they just don't lose no matter what. They're really milking it. I wish they'd end it. And then I even saw they keep making more Insidious movies about that red guy. Who, the first time he popped up was scary. And after that, it's just ridiculous. All this just for a couple souls or so. Like, what do they even want? A body, a soul? It seems like they always have it like 10 different ways and never do anything with it. Even within the Insidious series, they do the same type of stuff. They do the same type of garbage. I just, sometimes the movie industry it's... Am I still going up? Jesus. Hopefully I'm not going the wrong way. This place is confusing me. Okay. But, speaking of movies, I don't know if I said it before, Blue Beetle came out, and no one watched it. I've heard it's okay, but it's just not making the bread it should. Let me actually check. Blue Beetle box office. Okay, let me. It it seems it's made like 110 million worldwide so far. When did it even release? It came out. Oh dang! It came out all the way in August 2nd, and it cost him like 104. Yeah, that's an L for a movie. Very much an L. And I haven't watched the movie, so I don't know why. 100%. I will say one thing is I did not know, I did not see or hear a single thing about the movie until like a week before I think it was supposed to come out. I started seeing like a couple trailers. I didn't even know George Lopez was in it. I had heard the guy from Cobra Kai's in it, the guy who plays Miguel, but besides that, they just
Uncle seems so much older. Maybe the war aged him.
it definitely does.
I never
Stress.
noticed before.
He was kidnapped for like a month. I don't know what the time period is of the war. You think it'd take years, but it seems like months passed at best. But yeah, I'd say it's got to be marketing might be the biggest reason it messed up, at least from what I've seen, because I just didn't hear about it at all. I knew it was being made, of course, but heard nothing about it until like a week until it was released. That, with the fact that, oh crap, I didn't go to that thing. Hold on. Where was it? There it is. That, plus the fact that they, oh my god, dogs.
That's my Kage.
That with the fact that they, just didn't, I mean, the fact that they didn't market it, but, and the whole writer strike thing, it's a lot's been going on, stuff cost a lot, it's probably not been the best time to release a movie. I'd say that, but then there's the fact that Barbie made $1 billion, so it's like, and it's around the same time, so it's like, I don't 100% know. I've heard some people say it's a pretty good movie. I've even heard some say that, you know, for the people that the movie's about, or like, I guess Mexican people, Latin people, whatever they call themselves, you know. Ooh, that was terrible. But for people like that, they said it was a pretty good movie for them. I was like, well, if it's such a good movie, why don't you go watch it? Like, dang, if you guys, if it's such a great movie for Latin people, Spanish-speaking people, get up and watch it. Don't let it flop if you like it so much. I mean, look at what black people did for Black Panther. Made that boy make $1 billion straight out. That thing went crazy. Representation or not, if they love it so much, if anything, this is gonna show them, well, no more movies about him. Because if this is how the people that they make these movies for support it, then it's just like, what's the point? What is actually the point of making it? Like, they're not making it just to make it. They also need to make money off of it. What is that? They need to make money off of it, or there's no way to make another one. It's just pointless. But we'll see. It's not doing good as far as I'm seeing. It's definitely just flopping. It doesn't seem to have even made like its budget back, or I think it's just barely made the budget back. Is that my horse? Yep. What was I running towards again? I like completely lost my train of thought. There we go. There's some house with fireflies all around it. Ooh. Oh, who did that? Okay, there we go. Now, how do I get up here? Okay. There. Blue beetle down the drain. I have no hope for it. Probably not gonna. I mean, it might get a second one just so they can waste their bread, wasting time on another thing. Because I don't know the most about Blue Beetle. I don't know a ton about the movie. I just know George Lopez and that guy's in it, so who knows what they'll do or what they will or won't do. Because I guess there's just certain people to thank for your audience. Like I said, black people got Black Panther the way they did. Everyone went. I went. But then it seems like some people don't even care. But there's some audiences that just don't show up or don't care, or it's just not the best time for them, which again I don't 100% get, because maybe it's also because it came out near Barbie. I don't know. There's just a lot of things that could be blamed for it.
I came to return something that was stolen.
I never thought I'd see this again.
I can't remember. Does he give it back? I guess he does. That fox really can't wait 6 seconds. Well, returned at least. Yeah, because there's certain people to thank in and out for doing it. Like, people will get it where they get it. Like, I don't even, and I guess that's kind of part of the reason some movies even change, because the audience that they get is not who they thought they'd get. Like, at first, I will say Marvel stuff was 100%, it was like fans and then new people, but Marvel slowly started turning it, and they got it in there. Of course, they got the thing in their head of, instead of just having one guy come to a movie, we get a guy and his kids. So then, that's why Marvel movies are now all goofy and kid-centric and not serious in the slightest, really. They just gotten worse and worse. Saw Thor doing the splits once in jeans. I don't know what was happening. Even the actors have came out saying about how it's gotten crazier. Which then just makes me wonder. It makes me wonder. I guess it's more money, because the thing was.
Unedited temple. Monks are in danger.
Because the thing was, the movies were making money. They weren't doing bad at all. I mean, the first Avengers movie made $1 billion. I think it made like $2 billion as of now. Oh, that's garbage.
Bastards! How dare they? My lord, look what they've done!
Kushidera temple deserves reverence, not bloodshed.
Sure. I guess. I know nothing about this temple.
I hope.
Okay.
Hope Abbot Kome is safe.
The abbot is from Cedar Temple. Why did he come here?
To help resist the Mongols in Toyotama. But when they attacked, he escaped.
The battle was chaotic. Might be
He's that guy. The stories Norio tells about him are kind of funny.
I was there. The Mongols had taken it over. I put an end to that.
And the abbot must have found shelter. This reminds me of another time Abbot Kome went missing.
Yeah, this is funny. I'll
Temple
give.
was divided by a feud between our senior monks.
What were they fighting about?
I don't remember, but it seemed important at the time. The abbot disappeared for a week. We dropped everything to look for him.
What happened to him?
He hid from us on purpose,
Ha.
and we stopped fighting in order to find him.
He's a cunning leader.
Another time, my brother and the healer, Hochi, were fighting. The abbot started carrying a rock everywhere, arguing with it night and day. Hochi and Enjo were so embarrassed, they reconciled.
How did your brother feel about the abbot?
Enjo respected him, like a father.
If the Mongols capture the abbot, it could work out well for us. It sounds like he tricked them into giving up the invasion.
You're beginning to understand Abbot Kome.
He's a smart guy. I'll give him that. Teaching people lessons by showing them how dumb they are.
Fire!
Coming from the farm.
Come on, get up. Okay, that's not a fire. For one, the fire's out.
Is it the abbot?
Bastards love their fire, don't they? He's not the abbot. Just one of his followers.
Keep searching.
How do you know
He's
that?
dead. Burned alive.
Norio, water barrels. Tipped over. Straw bedding. Damp.
Could the abbot have saved himself?
He protected himself with wet bedding. Escaped out the back.
Maybe he survived.
Whoever survived the fire went this way.
Then there's still hope.
What? Which way? Sometimes I can't tell what this man is seeing.
Greetings, my lord.
Footprints are heavier, farther apart.
He was running.
Mongol ahead of us.
What's he doing?
Stay quiet. Someone was wounded here.
Follow the blood. Hurry, my lord.
All this for one guy? I will say, the Khan is a smart guy. His plans and ideas for what to do with them. Ah, I suck.
We're searching near the waterfall's edge.
More blood. He jumped down. Blood on the rocks.
He really jumped. That man is crazy. Dang.
No. Is he?
I'm sorry, Norio.
Without his leadership, the monks will leave. And the temple will fall. The Mongols won.
Just because of some
What's that
monks?
next to him.
A Lotus Sutra. Written in the abbot's blood. His final act.
Like a samurai's death poem.
The point of this sutra is that we can all be Buddhas. From the lowest peasant to the greatest noble.
Written with his dying breath.
Not for himself, but for those he left behind.
Yeah. Smart.
And this is the sutra the abbot wrote in his own blood. A final act of devotion. A call to stand up to cruelty. A call to stay and not surrender.
We will honor the abbot's sacrifice, Norio.
We must not let Kushi Temple fall.
No problem.
Now we need to find the statue of Buddha.
Okay, they made it seem like there were two. That is something I'd be thinking about, as at least with what I was saying before about certain fans. Because I know there's always that thing that's come around with the way certain characters look or act or are that everyone gets mad about. But what you gotta remember is, if it wasn't for the way certain characters looked or acted, they wouldn't exist anymore. And if it wasn't, in all honesty, for horny teenage boys, half the comic book characters we know and love wouldn't exist. Because there's a reason, I can't remember if I said this before, but there's a reason guys like Spider-Man and Batman stayed around and kept going. But because without those, like, I don't know who was buying comics in the 50s. I imagine it was just like white kids, in all honesty, but I don't 100% know. But it went from white kids to like teenagers, older people, and then adults, and now people kind of got weird and took it crazy. But if it wasn't for that beginning thing, if it wasn't for like those white kids going into those comic book stores loving Spider-Man and Batman and stuff, those characters wouldn't stand the test of time because they would have just been shelved or scrapped after a while. There's a reason guys like Combo Man don't exist anymore, but Wonder Woman does. And even when it comes to the girl characters, if it wasn't for those horny animals, they wouldn't be around either. But I don't think the only it was probably like the most legal way for them to see a good-looking girl.
Where would they take it?
But yeah, at least that's just what I was thinking about. Because I was thinking like, without them, who knows if they would even exist? Like, I can't, like, because people always act like, I mean, there's part of it has to have been looks for Wonder Woman. I was just thinking like, why she stood the test of time. It has to be that back then people did like her, and I can't imagine it's all looks. It's definitely part, but people did like her before. People like her now. People will continue to like her if she's drawn right and written well. Then most characters can survive. But then there's also those ridiculous ones like Combo Man. I remember seeing about him. I don't even understand what he does. It's like and then there's like Street Guy. I think it's like that DC, there's a DC show that refers to him. He's like literally a sentient street or something. It's weird. But we're gonna have to end this one a lot earlier than usual. I got some things I gotta do. Uh, like, comment, subscribe, notifications, all that stuff. And I will see you next time. I am sorry that I had to end this one quickly. I'm just... PlayStation's overheating and I've got a couple things I gotta do, and this thing is burning hot. I don't... This thing is like half the reason my room is burning sometimes. And I can't turn on fans and stuff because I don't want to have that... I don't want to have like this just blasting in the background or something. So, again, thank you for watching, and see you next time. Now I can't turn it off. Thanks again.